Hello, my beautiful star siblings. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Bree, your guide to all things cosmic, healing, and empowering. If you too have been feeling the weight of the world lately, well, I am so happy to announce it's about to get a whole lot lighter because this energy is truly a breath of fresh air. It's a potent time for lucky new beginnings, bold visions, raising consciousness, and uniting the greater collective. I am talking about the magical energy of the Lunar New Year occurring on January 29th with the new moon exacting at 6:35 a.m. Central Time at 9 degrees Aquarius. It is not a coincidence that the energy of this lunation synchronistically weaves together the transformative qualities of 2025, a universal 9-year in numerology and the year of the wood snake in the Chinese zodiac, all with the concurrent astrological transits of this lunar event. This isn't just any new moon. It comes with an incredible astrological alignment that supercharges its energy. We've got a harmonious trine with Jupiter in Gemini, a symbolic Mercury-Pluto conjunction in Aquarius, and the timely change of direction of this new moon's planetary ruler, Uranus, which is stationing direct in Taurus just one day later. I think that this will be my favorite video to date. Just like Aquarius, this energy is that of shocking quantum level serendipity. So stay tuned because in today's video, we're going to string together the occult connections, decode the spiritual meanings of all of it, and discuss how you can harness this energy to set powerful intentions for the year ahead. There is so much auspicious allure to unpack here, so let's dive in. But first, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and as we're going through this video, let me know in the comments anything new that you learned, because I can guarantee you there's going to be a lot here that you've never heard before, and I'm excited to share it because I just learned it myself, and so, yeah. So, if you enjoy this video, make sure that you send it to your friends too. I need all the help I can get because the algorithm definitely doesn't like me very much. So I would love if you can pass this video along and introduce me to your friends so that together we can make this year something truly amazing. I'm excited. So let's dive in now. This Lunar New Year is truly a cosmic gift. One that is encouraging us to align with our inner visionary, expand our minds, and embrace the changes that are guiding us forward. So let's begin by calling out the synchronistic numerology involved here, starting with the number 9. As I mentioned before, the year 2025 is a universal year 9 in numerology, making 2025 the final year of a 9-year cycle. Meaning it's all about completion, reflection, and making space for what's to come next year, starting in 2026, a universal year 1. But now let's hash out all the details so that you'll know how you can make the most out of this year. So there are a couple key themes that you'll see come through in the numerology of the number 9. The first is endings and completion. Projects, relationships, or situations that no longer serve your growth may naturally fall away. If something is fading from your life this year, trust that it's for your highest good. Honor the ending and allow it to transform you. This is a time to tie up those loose ends and prepare for a fresh start. Trust the endings are making way for beautiful new beginnings. The next theme is all about letting go. Emotional release and clearing out old baggage are key themes. A universal 9-year asks for emotional healing, forgiving yourself and others to release karmic ties. This can also mean decluttering physical items, releasing toxic relationships, or shedding outdated beliefs. Energetically, it's about freeing yourself from the past and clearing space for the future. What you let go this year makes room for the next chapter. Another key theme with a universal 9-year is global impact. The 9-year calls us to think globally. How can you help others or contribute to a cause greater than yourself? The number 9 carries humanitarian energy, inspiring us to think about our contribution to the collective. So volunteer, donate, or find ways to support the greater good. This year is about thinking beyond yourself. It's a time to act with love and generosity. The last key theme we'll see with the Universal 9 year is spiritual growth and wisdom. 9 is considered a number of universal consciousness, encouraging compassion, forgiveness, and selflessness. This year enhances your connection to higher wisdom. It's also a beautiful time to channel emotions into art, writing, or other creative outlets. While the number 9 is about endings, it's also about the beginning of something new. So take some time for reflection and integration. Reflect on what you've learned during this 9-year cycle, which began in 2017. What worked for you? What didn't? And what do you want to create when the Universal Year 1 starts in 2026? Journaling, meditation, Reiki, and therapy can be transformative tools this year. Focus on healing wounds and gaining closure. This is a time to consolidate wisdom from past experiences and integrate the lessons for an even better future. So overall, the number 9 is associated with humanity, service to others, altruism, and a higher perspective. Synchronistically, these are also traits very similar to Aquarian energy. But now, how crazy is this? The universe seems to be shouting for our attention about this number, like urging us to really pay attention to this number and start integrating the energy into our lives. See, this new moon in Aquarius will be the 4th new moon in a series of 5 consecutive new moons to take place at the 9th degree. It began on November 1st, the 111 portal nonetheless, with the new moon in Scorpio. And then on December 1st, it was the Sagittarius new moon. And then after that, on the eve of New Year's Eve, the Capricorn new moon was at 9 degrees. Now it's happening again with this new moon in Aquarius. And the final 9-degree new moon to occur in this sequence will be the Pisces new moon on February 28th. Now, not only is it ironic that this ends with Pisces, the last sign of the zodiac, but the next new moon to follow will actually be a solar eclipse in the first sign of the zodiac, Aries. Now, maybe you know this already, but in case you don't, we experience a series of eclipse seasons over the span of about 18 months on the same nodal axis. So for the last few eclipse seasons, it's been on the Aries-Libra axis. And now this year, a universal 9 year will experience the final eclipse to occur in the first sign of the zodiac, Aries, which will be at 8 degrees of this sign. And what sign did I say started off this lineup? Scorpio, the 8th sign of the zodiac. And it occurred during a universal 8 year. And what was so mind-blowing about that lunation was that both Mars and Pluto, Scorpio's co-rulers, were aspecting each other in an opposition during that new moon. And now this year, a universal 9 year will experience the final eclipse in the sign Aries, which is the other sign that is ruled by the planet Mars. And in numerology, guess what number this planet is associated with? 9. Mars symbolizes action, energy, courage, and determination, which aligns with the traits of the number 9 in regards to the qualities of humanitarian leadership and having a strong will to overcome obstacles and inspire others. People influenced by this numerical energy are often seen as bold, passionate, and driven to serve others and fight to protect their values. And if you have been following the astrology, then you may know that Mars has been a key planet in both 2024 and 2025, as it has been uniquely transiting at a very slow pace through the signs Cancer and Leo. First entering Cancer back in September last year, and then it was hovering that transition between the two signs around that Scorpio full moon before pushing into Leo for a little while. And then on December 6th, it retrograded back into Cancer and won't re-enter Leo until April 18th, during all of which will create a total of 3 exact oppositions with Pluto, the powerful planet of death and rebirth. Speaking of Pluto, if you haven't watched my last video yet on Pluto's transit through Aquarius, I highly recommend watching it next, as it is the most important transit of our lifetime, and here to stay in this sign for the next 20 years, deeply transforming humanity as we currently know it. Interestingly, the year 2025, with the wood snake themes of growth and transformation, resonate with these astrological and numerical energies quite perfectly. Let me tell you why. It's really quite cool, if I do say so myself. See, Pluto in Aquarius calls for collective transformation, while the universal 9-year in numerology emphasizes endings and spiritual evolution. Together, they create a cosmic synergy focused on letting go, stepping into authenticity, and embracing new beginnings. Now, ironically, the energy of Pluto, Scorpio, and the 8th house are all known to symbolically represent the snake animal totem. The snake is associated with wisdom, intuition, transformation, and strategy. The snake's energy encourages us to embrace introspection, trust our instincts, and shed old layers, similar to how a snake sheds its skin, making it a year to evolve spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. So starting January 29th, 2025 through February 16th, 2026, collectively we are being influenced by the energy of the wood snake, a time that combines the transformational energy of the snake with the nurturing, creative, and grounded qualities of the wood element in Chinese astrology. We can correlate this energy with Kundalini, which refers to the dormant spiritual energy that resides at the base of the spine, often symbolized as a coiled serpent. In yogic and spiritual traditions, awakening this energy is seen as a transformative process that leads to heightened awareness, self-realization, and unity with the divine. The energy rises up through the chakras, purifying and activating each energy center until it reaches the crown chakra, bringing enlightenment. Kundalini awakening can occur through practices like meditation, pranayama breathwork, yoga, mantra chanting, or spontaneously through life experiences. While Kundalini awakening is often described as a profound spiritual experience, it's important to note it's also known to be an intense experience, often leading to physical, emotional, or psychological challenges, or all of the above, known as Kundalini syndrome. The energy of the snake is also related to the Ouroboros, an ancient and powerful symbol depicting a serpent forming a circle eating its own tail. It represents infinity, cycles, and renewal, symbolizing the eternal process of creation, destruction, and rebirth. The Ouroboros reminds us that endings are also beginnings, reflecting the universal truth of constant transformation. Its circular form symbolizes wholeness, eternity, and the infinite nature of time. The Ouroboros embodies duality, creation and destruction, light and dark, birth and death, duality that works in harmony. In alchemy, it represents the opus magnum, meaning the great work, the spiritual journey of self-transformation. It illustrates the idea of something feeding and sustaining itself, reflecting themes of self-reliance and the interconnectedness of all things. So you see, it is a powerful year to cultivate a meditation practice and bring a focus on reminding yourself of your resilience, the unity of all things, and the eternal cycle of growth. This spiritual message and all the symbolism that we've talked about thus far is depicted in the World card in tarot. Sometimes this card is even illustrated with the Ouroboros and represents completion, wholeness, and integration, as well as the culmination of a journey. And this card is actually associated with the planet Saturn, the traditional ruler of Aquarius, and encapsulates 3 important karmic lessons. The first is ascension and enlightenment, reaching a state of being where dualities are transcended and unity with the divine is achieved. The second is about divine timing, trusting that everything is unfolding as it should in the grand scheme of things. And the third is about global connection, having an awareness of one's place in the interconnected web of life. And this reflects the principles of the new earth, a state of consciousness where unity, generosity, and mutual support prevail. Now, I want to read you the message for the World card out of the Crystal Magic Tarot book, because it perfectly goes along with everything we've been talking about. So it says, I want to create my next ambition. The final card of the major arcana and the end of the cosmic journey, which began with the Fool. This card says that you have achieved what you set out to do, no doubt with changes along the way, and it's time to celebrate and savor this pinnacle. Fulfillment and completion deserve recognition, but they are also the signal for a new beginning. What has been finished must now be replaced. You must appreciate, reflect upon, and celebrate the story so far, but also ready yourself for a new chapter. What's next? The world can also indicate literal travel and global movement, aspirations, or new horizons. As an attitude or approach, the world is asking you to recognize seasons in your life and to be fluid and flexible as things ebb and flow, as relationships and roles develop and fade. It's all natural and inevitable. Nothing remains as it is forever. Everything changes. So too must you. And the affirmation associated with this card is, I will now do the thing that I think I cannot do. So that beautifully sums up everything that we talked about so far. But there's more. And what's so fascinating about all this is that the day of this Lunar New Year, January 29th, 2025, adds up to the number 21. And the World card is the 21st and final card of the major arcana in the tarot deck. And according to degree theory in astrology, both the 9th and the 21st degree of each sign carries the energy of Sagittarius, Jupiter, in the 9th house. But in numerology, you always reduce to a single digit apart from the master numbers 11, 22, and 33. So the number 21 actually reduces to a 3-day. But what's so crazy about all of this is in numerology, the number 3 is ruled by the planet Jupiter. And remember, this new moon is forming a trine to Jupiter in Gemini. And Gemini is the 3rd sign of the zodiac. But this just keeps getting better and better because this new moon exacts at 12:35 Universal Time, which adds up to master number 11. And just guess what degree Jupiter is transiting at the time of this Aquarius new moon. 11 degrees, yes. But not only that, Aquarius is the 11th sign of the zodiac. Okay, so now this is when things really get exciting. So now let's explore just how auspicious this new moon truly is. See, Aquarius rules the 11th house in astrology, which governs relationships with friends, communities, and organizations. Connections that often play a significant role in supporting personal and collective aspirations. In traditional astrology, the 11th house is where benefactors or patrons are seen, those who help us achieve success or provide resources to aid our journey. This house reflects the goals that we strive towards in life, our ambitions, wishes, and rewards that come from aligning with our higher purpose. While the 10th house represents career and public status, the 11th house is the second house from the 10th. Therefore, it shows the gains or fruits of these efforts, often symbolizing rewards and abundance. That's why Aquarius rules over profits, revenue, and stored wealth. Everything from big paychecks to savings accounts. Even concepts like royalties or reoccurring income falls under Aquarius's domain. See, while Taurus governs foundational material needs, Aquarius pushes this energy to the extreme, encompassing luxury, abundance, and accumulation, expensive possessions, lavish lifestyles, and symbols of high status, such as gold, high fashion, luxury vehicles, and exclusive venues are all ruled by Aquarius. There's more to say about this aspect of material abundance, but we're going to circle back to it later. But the point is, Aquarius is a sign intrinsically linked to gains in all forms, whether it's wealth, knowledge, welfare, and anything that provides an upper hand in life. Often celebrated for its eccentric and amplifying qualities, Aquarius serves as a booster of energy and potential. But now listen to this. In ancient Hellenistic astrology, the 11th house is known as the house of good spirit. The term originates from the Greek word agathos daemon, meaning good spirit, which is symbolic of a guardian spirit with supportive and uplifting energies, guiding one towards fulfillment and prosperity. And you may know, Jupiter is considered the greater benefic in astrology, known for its larger-than-life qualities and its role as a benevolent guiding force. The great sage, in other words. Jupiter guides individuals towards fortunate personal growth, lucky life lessons, and deep understanding of the wisdom of universal laws. And in traditional astrology, Jupiter is called out as the planet that finds its joy in the 11th house, which amplifies the house's positive attributes, bringing expansion to friendships, opportunities, and aspirations. This house is the counterpart to the 5th house, the house of good fortune, which is tied more to personal pleasures and creativity, while the 11th house is focused on shared joy and collective achievement. So the fact that the 11th house is considered the joy of Jupiter signifies that this planet thrives when expressing generosity, optimism, and hope in collective endeavors. So in essence, the house of good spirit embodies collaboration, hope, and rewards of contributing to something larger than oneself. Aquarius is the visionary of the zodiac, a sign that pushes us to think beyond ourselves and to align with our highest ideals. It's about collaboration, freedom, and creating a better future for all. This new moon is asking us to dream big, but also to do so in a way that benefits not just us, but the collective. But that's not all. So remember, this new moon in Aquarius will trine Jupiter. And guess what? Again, according to ancient astrology, the trine aspect is seen to embody the energy of Jupiter due to its association with generosity, abundance, and opportunity. The trine is formed when two planets are relatively 120 degrees apart, usually in the signs of the same triplicity, meaning the same element. So fire, earth, air, or water. In this case, it's air. And it's one of the most favorable and auspicious aspects in astrology, signifying ease and harmony. It's a gift of effortless connection between the planets involved. So this is truly a lucky lunar moment that is initiating us into this new year. So if you haven't already done so, give this video a like as a way to celebrate together. So now let's talk about the planetary aspects that are occurring during this new moon. While Aquarian energy thrives on challenging norms and seeking truth, we must not forget that it's also a fixed energy, which can manifest as stubbornness or being too headstrong in its opinions. So it needs to bring more balance with an openness to adapt and evolve its ideals. But fortunate for us, this new moon trining Jupiter in Gemini amplifies the energy of curiosity, optimism, and expansive thinking, bringing forth more flexibility in our thoughts and ideas. This aspect encourages us to think big and communicate our ideas effectively. It's an energy of freedom, eccentricity, and revolutionary thought. Jupiter in Gemini invites us to explore new perspectives, learn, and share our knowledge with others, just like I'm doing. See, I have a background in more modern psychological astrology, but I have been taking classes to learn ancient Hellenistic astrology, and here I am getting to teach you about everything that I've been learning. So I hope that you're enjoying it as much as I am. So overall, this energy is all about opening doors and saying yes to new opportunities that align with our growth. And adding another layer to this new moon is Mercury will be conjunct Pluto in Aquarius. This aspect is all about depth and truth. Mercury rules communication and the mind, while Pluto rules transformation, power, and the subconscious. So together, they encourage us to dive deep into our thoughts and uncover hidden truths. This is a powerful time to reflect on old patterns, dig into the core of your beliefs, and release any limiting thoughts that no longer serve you. On a collective level, this alignment can bring hidden information to the surface. Truths that have been buried may come to light, pushing us to transform the way that we think and communicate. So if something feels intense or profound during this time, lean into it because it's here to help you grow. And let's not forget, Uranus, the modern ruler of Aquarius, is stationing direct in Taurus the day after this new moon exacts. When Uranus goes direct, the energy of change and progress speeds up. Taurus represents stability, self-worth, and security, while Uranus brings innovation, surprises, and disruption. So as Uranus moves forward, we might experience breakthroughs related to finances, personal values, or how we connect with the earth. This is the universe's way of saying it's time to break free from outdated structures and embrace the new. So if you've been feeling stuck, this energy is here to shake things up. Expect unexpected shifts. But don't let it frighten you. Trust that these changes are guiding you towards greater alignment with your true purpose. So now let's dive deeper into the overarching energies at play. Aquarius is probably the sign that is least understood in astrology, but it also holds the keys to spiritual awakening and enlightenment. And this part of the video is what I am most excited about. So I hope I get to awaken you to something new. So trust me, you're going to want to stick around to the end of this video because now you're going to see how all of this ties together so synchronistically. Aquarius rules over fulfillment, material accomplishment, and the joy of achieving one's desires. However, if this energy becomes stagnant or overindulgent, it can lead to suffering. Excess attachment to material possessions, mental clutter, or emotional baggage creates imbalance, blocking the natural flow of energy, which is why releasing what no longer serves us is essential for moving forward. On the shadow side, Aquarian energy can foster obsession, entitlement, or stagnation when individuals fail to evolve past their physical and material successes. The wisdom of Aquarius prompts you to ask, what are you truly seeking in life? Accumulating wealth, accolades, or selfish pleasures will ultimately feel hollow if unaccompanied by spiritual growth and service to others. So the karmic lesson of Aquarius teaches resilience by encouraging us to embrace change and let go of old patterns, enabling us to grow. Traditionally ruled by Saturn, the lord of karma, Aquarius is deeply tied to karmic principles, emphasizing accountability for past actions. Grace and spiritual practices, such as meditation, yoga, and acts of service, can reduce negative karmic effects, but growth often requires adversity. So humility is key in navigating this process. As the sign opposite of Leo, Aquarius thrives on the we rather than the me, whereas Leo, the sign ruled by the sun, is the archetype most associated with the shadow trait of narcissism, which is quite accurate given the sun is like the king of the cosmos in which all the planets revolve around. Also, hence why our sun sign in astrology is representative of our ego identity. But Aquarius seeks individuality for a different reason, as a vital ingredient for collective growth, understanding that everyone's unique essence contributes to a better whole. Aquarius is all about authenticity. This sign reminds us that true individualism isn't selfish. It's about shining in our truth so that we can inspire others to do the same. At its core, Aquarius encourages a sense of freedom. Freedom to think, act, and live authentically without fear of judgment or conformity. Aquarius reminds us to balance individuality with community and embrace a vision for a better future that serves everyone equally. Aquarius represents the transcendence of duality and the realization of higher truths. It invites us to step beyond the physical body and our ego identity, recognizing that our essence is immortal and limitless. By understanding the karmic consequences of our actions and cultivating inner awareness, we can rise above the illusions of the material world. Aquarius represents the pinnacle of materialism before transitioning into the spiritual dissolution of Pisces. It governs the fulfillment of grand worldly wishes, reflecting the aspirations and ambitions of the average person, such as wealth, status, and possessions. Whatever falls under the influence of Aquarius is imbued with enhanced power, elevated into Saturn's realm of unified and uncomplicated force. In this way, Aquarius acts as a super fertilizer for growth, encouraging development like water nourishing a plant. Aquarius is the sign of the water bearer, symbolized by the figure pouring water from the vessel. Aquarius is often confusing because despite its name, aqua, suggesting water, and its symbol as the water bearer, and having a glyph that looks like waves, it's actually an air sign, not a water sign. The air element governs the mind, intellect, communication, and social connections. In Aquarius, air energy focuses on big picture thinking, humanitarian ideals, and innovative problem solving. It's less about personal relationships and more about collective progress and universal truths. We can see this with its association to the word community, with COM standing for communication plus unity. The modality of fixed air, in the case of Aquarius, is a force of intellectual stability and progressive thinking, manifesting as a steadfast commitment to ideas, ideals, and visions for the future. Aquarius holds firmly their beliefs, making them determined innovators and loyal advocates for progress. Therefore, the figure carrying the water represents the bearer of knowledge, innovation, and wisdom. The water symbolizes life-giving ideas, truth, and universal energy shared with humanity for collective growth. This is similar to the star card in the tarot, also associated with this sign. This card represents a beacon of hope, healing, and inspiration. It is the 17th card in the major arcana and often seen as a light guiding us through darkness, symbolizing renewal, faith, and connection to divine wisdom. In this card, we see a woman pouring water. She's often kneeling with one foot on the land, grounded in reality, with one foot in the water, connected to intuition and emotion. There's two jugs of water, one pouring into the pool, representing the unconscious mind, while the other is being poured onto the land, representing conscious creation. And like I said, this card is number 17, which is depicted in the illustration through the stars. So with 17 reducing to a single digit, that's 8 stars total, with a large central star representing guidance, while the 7 smaller stars symbolize the chakras, or divine harmony. And referring back to what we talked about earlier, with this number referring to Pluto and transformation and the Kundalini energy of the chakras. And then finally, the lush green environment shown on this card represents growth, abundance, and the renewal of life. I'm going to top off this video by reading the message out of the Crystal Magic Tarot book for this one as the perfect inspiring message to leave you with. But first, let's keep talking about the sign Aquarius. See, Aquarius governs potential energy, often referred to as spiritual currency. On the physical plane, Aquarius represents the tangible manifestation of energy in the form of material possessions. However, above the veil, the unseen realm of higher consciousness, it symbolizes spiritual wealth, including peace, wisdom, and unconditional love. This dichotomy highlights a fundamental truth. The source of material wealth lies in spiritual abundance, which filters down into the physical dimension. Misusing this energy for excessive material gain or indulgence can trap individuals in the physical dimension, forcing them to repeat karmic cycles. Remember, this sign operates within the framework of Saturn's laws, meaning action and karmic consequences are deeply intertwined. Karma ensures that every action is recorded and eventually returned to you in kind. So by treating others with kindness and generosity, you align with the higher expression of the fundamental principles of Aquarius: unity and reciprocity. Misuse of wealth, such as selfishness or greed, can obstruct the flow of Aquarius energy, leading to a loss of both material and spiritual prosperity. Conversely, by sharing wealth through acts of service, generosity, or fair contributions to society, one opens the gate to higher realms, gaining more profound spiritual power and worldly fulfillment. This dynamic reflects the idea that energy cannot be created or destroyed, but only transformed. What appears to be material loss, with giving to the poor or paying taxes, is actually a gain on a higher level. When individuals contribute to the collective good, they ensure the continued flow of Aquarius energy, benefiting themselves and society as a whole. True liberation begins when we recognize our interconnectedness with others and see that our personal abundance is an opportunity to create balance in the world. Money, like energy, must flow. Generosity and service to others keeps the energy flowing, ensuring a lighter, more fulfilling life, whereas hoarding resources in one area leads to deprivation elsewhere. The health of the entire system depends on equitable distribution. It teaches that true prosperity comes not from hoarding riches, but from circulating resources. The wisdom of Aquarius can also be found in ancient teachings, such as Matthew 19:21, where Jesus advises selling possessions and giving to the poor to attain treasure in heaven. This illustrates the higher purpose of Aquarius energy, transcending materialism to achieve spiritual enlightenment and collective harmony. So in summary, Aquarius energy is about gain and abundance, both material and spiritual. It grants the best of what the physical world has to offer, while reminding us of the importance of maintaining a flow between realms. By aligning with the principles of generosity, balance, and service, we can harness the full potential of Aquarius energy and enrich our lives and the world around us. But there is another, more encompassing aspect of Aquarian energy, and that is unity consciousness. Aquarius governs this higher awareness. Spiritually, Aquarius is connected to the third eye, representing higher consciousness and self-realization. When Jesus spoke of being born again, he was referring to awakening to one's true nature and unity with the universe. The third eye bridges duality, merging opposing forces into a singular enlightened perspective. Matthew 6:22 describes this, stating, "The light of the body is in the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light." The Helix Nebula is located in the constellation Aquarius, and often called the Eye of God, symbolizing this profound spiritual awakening. Unity consciousness is the awareness of being interconnected with everything, embodying the oneness of source energy. It is the realization that individuality and collective unity are not mutually exclusive. This awareness stems from the truth that we are all reflections of one another, united in diversity, yet fundamentally one. It is the unity of the I am presence within all living beings, ecosystems, and even the universe itself. The concept of unity consciousness, also known as Christ consciousness, is echoed in the spiritual teachings of Jesus' prayer in John 17:21-23. "I pray that they may all be one, as you, Father, are in me, and I am in you, so that they may also be one with us." Here, Jesus invites us to recognize that oneness with the divine consciousness brings us closer to the highest states of love, awareness, and spiritual unity. This state transcends duality and is rooted in truth, a higher reality beyond the physical world. In practical terms, unity consciousness emphasizes living the principle, love your neighbor as yourself. This teaching is highlighted in Leviticus 19:18, reflecting Aquarian energy at its core and is the overarching universal law. Treat others how you want to be treated. This is not simply a moral lesson, but an energetic one, tied to the karmic law that states our actions towards others ultimately return to us, whether in this lifetime or another. Therefore, the ultimate lesson of Aquarius is to embrace unity consciousness, serve others as extensions of yourself, and focus on what truly matters, the growth of your soul. It reminds us that love and hatred towards others are mirrors of our internal state. When we harm others, we create karma that will be balanced eventually. There is a need in the world for more people to discover the truth about who they are as individuals, because that is how you realize that ultimately we are actually, in fact, all the same. We are all one. The benefit of everyone acting from this place of understanding would be that we automatically begin living in a more empathetic and compassionate way, having respect and acceptance of ourselves and others. The problem is, we are taught to focus on what's outside of ourselves and compare ourselves with others as a means to motivate and guide our progress of self-development. It's a problem because it causes our growth to be focused on superficial aspects of life instead of deeper, more meaningful pursuits that feeds the soul, that would have more impact for not only our own life, but the world at large, extending even beyond our physical reality and into the spiritual realms. The way society has conditioned us has generated a belief system that supports the assumption that in order to develop as a person, we have to compete in this zero-sum game. This falsely suggests that there is both scarcity and ultimate attainment, instead of understanding the fluidity of life and that we're all in a process of something much grander. So grand, we'll probably never even be able to see the big picture. We'll never be able to really know the whole truth. I guess I should never say never. But you see, this period is pushing us to evaluate our values and question what really matters on a soul level. Are we valuing kindness, equality, and truth? This introspection can also lead us to redefining standards for not only ourselves and for one another, but also for what people expect from our institutions, governments, and leaders, aligning with more higher principles and greater compassion for humanity. The energy of Aquarius helps us understand how a healthy system of government is not defined solely by its leaders. It's an interconnected system of people, a collective effort where all individuals contribute. And through this perspective, we realize that when we misuse power or resources, we're only stealing from ourselves at a higher level. Therefore, Aquarius challenges us to balance our desires, ambitions, and material attachments with service, generosity, and spiritual growth. By aligning with this energy, we can break free from greed, cultivate abundance, and contribute to the collective evolution of humanity. Only by mastering these principles can we progress towards the Piscean energy of divine surrender and move closer to the truth of who we actually are. We can see the universe is furthering this intention for the collective by the North Node's recent ingress into Pisces on January 11th, which in astrology, the North Node is considered a karmic point of destiny, seen to guide us on our life path towards our higher purpose. The North Node in Pisces asks us to transcend egoic motivations and channel our energy towards spiritual pursuits, creative expression, and greater compassion for humanity. Through this transit, and over the course of the next 20 years with Pluto in Aquarius, each phase of this collective transformation will offer us a unique opportunity for growth, awareness, and evolution, inviting individuals to rise to the occasion and support a larger shared vision of freedom and empowerment for all. Pluto in Aquarius invites us to confront how we contribute to the collective systems. It's about radical self-awareness. It's a time to shed individual ego and embrace personal transformation for the greater good. By aligning with these principles, individuals can help usher in a more awakened, just, and liberated society, co-creating a world where power is shared and humanity's collective potential is realized. The Aquarian Age is the golden age, promised by the new earth that the collective is currently creating. So now let's recap the top 5 themes of this Lunar New Year transit. And then I will provide some ritual practices that you can use to best harness this energy. So the first theme is vision and innovation. The Aquarius energy paired with Jupiter in Gemini is inspiring us to dream big and think creatively. The second is connection and collaboration. Both the Aquarian energy and Jupiter in Gemini emphasizes the importance of communication and building bridges with others. So use this time to network and share your ideas, and listen to others and learn from those around you. The third is truth and transformation. Mercury conjunct Pluto is asking us to face our inner shadows and speak our truth. The fourth theme is all about breaking free. With Uranus turning direct, it's a time to let go of anything that feels restrictive and step into greater freedom and authenticity. 5. Last but definitely not least, awakening to the power of consciousness. This convergence of energies, the new moon phase of Aquarius's quantum insights, with the transformative wisdom of the snake and the spiritual culmination of the 9 universal year, offers a unique opportunity to begin this 2025 Lunar New Year in alignment with your highest consciousness and contribute to the collective awakening of humanity. So to harness this incredible energy, here are some rituals that you can try. Visionary journaling. Write down your boldest dreams and intentions for the year ahead. Focus on ways that you can embrace your uniqueness and contribute to the collective good. Shadow work. Use the Mercury-Pluto energy to reflect on limiting beliefs or fears that are ready to be released. Journaling or meditating on them can help you process and transform them. Grounded innovation. With Uranus and Taurus, balance your visionary ideas with practical action steps. Think about how you can bring your dreams into reality in a sustainable way. Crystal work. Use crystals like aquamarine for clarity and communication, clear quartz for amplifying intentions, and malachite for transformation and breakthroughs. And for my Reiki lovers, stay tuned for my next video as I will be uploading a special Lunar New Year Reiki session to amplify your alignment with these powerful energies. So I hope to see you again for that. Now, you see, this lunar event is truly a cosmic gift, encouraging us to align with our inner visionary, expand our minds, and embrace the changes that are guiding us forward. Now, I want to leave you with the inspirational message for the star card from my Crystal Magic Tarot book. I will make my heartfelt dream come true. Walt Disney said, "If you can dream it, you can do it." And that perfectly captures the vibe of this starry-eyed and magical card. The higher you aim, the better the outcome. Dream big. The star is an omen that the universe is aligning around you so that you can advance further and faster than you ever thought possible. But you must have a destination in mind, or else the pathway cannot take form. Clarify and visualize your most heartfelt dream. See it, feel it, hear it, taste it. As an attitude or approach, the star is telling you to make your goals and ambitions bigger, bolder, and brighter, to have total faith in yourself and start making overt steps towards your dreams. Make your wildest fantasies into amazing realities. Live a life you dream of living. If I can dream it, I can do it. That is the affirmation. So, if this message resonated with you, please like this video and share it with your fellow starseeds and lightworkers. And if you'd like to see more content like this, then be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell icon so that you're notified when I upload a new video. I would also love to hear what intentions you're setting for this new moon, so drop them in the comments below. And let's all share our ideas and support one another on our individual paths to ascension. And until next time, shine bright, my star siblings. I am sending you all so much love, light, and lunar blessings. Namaste.